Jaime. We've been getting some phone calls from parishioners asking for some assistance with signing up for our online giving program. And so we've made this video tutorial so that you can just access it on your computer and see it and then sign up on your own. And so you're looking here at my desktop, and so I'm gonna go over down to my web browser. And so if you're on a PC or a Mac, just depending on what web browser you use, it'll be Chrome or Safari or um, the default browser on your Windows PC. So I'm gonna use Chrome here, and it's the same across the web browsers. Just little things are different, but it's the same idea. And so we're going to go to the website www dot oops extra w there www dot st-mark dot net. Hit enter, and then you go to the website. And once you're on the website, there's two areas that you can click on. One is here in this yellow box that says New Online Giving. You can press there. Or if you scroll down, there's also this purple box, the same. It says OSV Online Giving. So press either one of those. You'll get a new page that opens. And from here, you can create a account to sign up for online giving. And so I'm going to walk you through that process. So you go to this green button down here. It says create new account. Click on it. And I'm actually going to go ahead and go through the process of doing it. And so I'm going to enter my name, Jaime Perez, uh, church information, my church email here. And then you can type that in. And then you have to confirm your email. So you have to enter it twice. And so Jaime.Perez at stmarkvenice.com. And then I'm going to enter the address. So I'm just going to use the church address for this tutorial. But in this field, you would enter obviously your home address, Venice, and then California 90291, and then the phone number. So here I'll just enter my phone number um, so that I can fill in all these required fields. You'll see that the fields that have the little red asterisk, those are required fields, and so your name, email, and address are required. You don't need to enter your phone number if you don't want to, but sometimes it's useful for us when we're trying to look up information and we need to contact our parishioners. That's useful there. So you'll enter credentials, the green button, and then here you'll create your user ID. And so this can be anything, those of you usually who have other internet accounts, you'll have something that you typically use, so you can enter that here. And so for me, I'll just enter Jaime St. Mark, and if it's taken, then it'll give you some type of error message. If it's not, then it'll show you in red there if it's taken or not. And so then here I'll enter a password, and that can be usually what they require is it has to be at least 8 characters long. It must contain alphabetical characters and numbers, and it may contain any of these special characters here. And so, for example, I would enter here um, uh, Jaime, my name Jaime, so capital J and then an at sign for the AIME, and then I'll put today's this year, so 1/2020, and then I've satisfied the requirement. So I did a capital J at sign IME 2020, and that satisfied the requirement. So you'll see there, it'll give you if it's not satisfying the requirement, it'll give you an error message until you satisfy it. So just remember at least 8 characters long, and then it can be alphanumeric numbers, and it can also have these special characters. And then you click on this button, I'm not a robot. Click on that, and then you create an account, the green button again. And so then it enters the information. It'll ask you your your browser will ask you if you want to save your password, and that's your choice. I'm gonna click X on that just so it does not. And then here we're in the third step now. This is the payment method, and so you have two options. You can either enter your bank account information or you can enter your credit card information, whichever one is more useful for you. For bank account information, here you would, for example, say if you have a Bank of America account and that's how you want to distinguish it, you can just type in um, Bank of America, and that'll help you remember which account you used for for this uh, online giving. And so here it even says bank name, so you just know there it's the bank information. And then under bank account type, you would select whether it's your savings or your checking account. So I'm just selected it's my checking. And then for routing number, you just enter your routing number for your bank. And so here's actually one that came up for me. And so but I'm just going to use a random 9-digit uh, routing number. This is not an actual routing number, but you'll typically find your banking information on a paper check. So take out your checkbook and you'll see the routing numbers at the bottom and also your account numbers at the bottom. So here I'll just you have to re-enter your routing number and your account number twice. So here I'm just going to re-enter this routing number that I inputted. This is not an actual routing number. This is just something I'm making up as we're going here. And so that's the routing number twice. And then account number, that's also typically a 9, 10-digit number. It depends on which bank you have. It'll vary here, but here I'll just enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and do the same here and confirm that. But again, just make sure you look at your um, checkbook for that information. If you don't have any checks, typically if you go to the website for your bank or if you call your bank, they'll be able to provide you with your routing and or checking account number. And so here you would create payment, and you push the green button. Before clicking on create payment, I'm actually going to show you also the add credit card feature. So here in the add credit card, let's say you don't want to use your bank account, you want to use your credit card. You might notice that there's already a little cursor line blinking there. So here you would enter your Visa, MasterCard, or Discover card, and then just go and ahead and enter the 16-digit code. So I'm just making up some numbers here, and so once you click those 16 digits, you enter it there, and then here at the bottom it says good through. It's a little faint, but you'll see it there. Here what you'll enter is the expiration date. So I'm just going to put that this expires April 2021. And then here you can add a nickname. You can say this is your city Visa card as an example. And then if this credit card has a different mailing address than what you've entered in the credentials field, then you can select this button here and enter what the address is for this credit card. But if it's the same, then you just leave it like that, and then you enter the nickname and then you can create payment. And so I'm just going to go back here and continue with the checking account information. Just so instead of using the credit card, I'm going to ask for it to be an ACH transaction where they will withdraw from my bank account. And so I'm going to create payment. It's saving a payment method now. And then now we're in this fourth step. And so here it wants you to select a fund. And so it says here, start by selecting a fund. And so we have several funds here at St. Mark, but typically the one that's mostly used is the 100 weekly collection. And this is just your regular tithe, the one that says weekly collection. So but we have here the 200 building account, or the building fund if you want to make a donation specifically for the building fund, or the school endowment. There's also the St. Vincent de Paul, And so you'll just scroll down, you'll see there's different funds for different purposes, and also different campaigns from the Archdiocese. And so these are updated periodically depending on the different funds that come through the Archdiocese, or the different special collections that we have. And so you can just scroll down the page here and you'll find the different funds that are available. But as I mentioned, generally the one for your regular Sunday tithing is an offering is here, the 100 weekly collection. And so that's what I've selected, and this is your weekly donation in support of St. Mark Church. And then here you want to select a gift type. And so you have two options. You either say you want this to be recurring, or you say that you want this to be a one-time gift. And so you can obviously come in here every week and give a one-time donation if that's what you choose. Maybe you're unsure of how much you would want to give every week. Maybe it depends on your availability of your own funds, and so you might want to just come in here and give one-time donations every week. Or if you know for sure that you can maybe support us by giving us $25, let's say every week or every month, then you would set up a recurring gift, and that will automatically charge to your bank account on the frequency that you select. And so here I'm going to select recurring. What is the amount you'd like to give? And so let's say that I want to give $25. That's $25 there, and it says, what date should this recurring gift begin? And so what it's asking you here is, when do you want it to start? And so you can select today. Today is March 30th, so I can select today, or I can select, maybe Friday is better for you. Typically, what this means is that this will be the date in which the the payment will go through from the online giving, and it'll be charged to your bank account. So generally speaking, if you know that you'll have funds in your account on the first of the month, then you would select the first, and then here you would select the frequency. So here you can make a weekly donation. So that means that every Wednesday, because I've selected here Wednesday the 1st, that means that every Wednesday it'll charge your account $25. So starting on Wednesday the 1st, then the 8th, 15th, 22nd, 29th, it'll make a weekly withdrawal of $25. If that's not what you want to do, you say you want to do it maybe monthly. So maybe you want to make a monthly donation to St. Mark, then you would select monthly. And so what that would mean is that April 1st it withdrew, so then it will withdraw again on uh, the Wednesday in May, so the first Wednesday of May, so the 6th, and so then it would go in there starting then. If you do want to do a monthly donation, and maybe what you would normally do is give $25 to the parish on a weekly basis, but since you're doing it monthly, then you can insert 100 there. I'm sorry, I put 1,000, but 100, and so it would just withdraw the $100 on a monthly basis. So it's your choice, whatever works with obviously your finances. But I'm just gonna leave this here as $25 on a weekly basis, starting on Wednesday the 1st. And so then I'm going to select here, it says submit gift, and it tells me, it goes back here, it says thank you for creating a new online giving account. A confirmation email has been sent to your email address. And so here you can either go back to the home page, or you can give another gift. So I'm just gonna click go to home page, and then this is what it's gonna look like. Every time that you log in, it'll have your name here at the upper right corner, and you always have the option of logging into this account and give a new gift, and it'll kind of walk you through what we just did. Here it shows you all the different funding accounts again. And then you can say, I want to make a one-time, let's say you wanted to make an additional gift this week. You can go back into the weekly collection and select one time, and then here it'll just automatically have this pop out. You'll enter, let's say, $100, and you want it to go through maybe this Friday, and it'll go through oh, it actually saved my Visa card, so it'll go through that account that shows up here. And so I'm not going to proceed with that. I'm just going to cancel that. But I'm going to hit home, and so you'll be able to see view or update my current gifts. So here you'll be able to see the recurring gift that I just set up. It's here. So if you want to edit it, if you maybe realize, oh, $25 is not enough, maybe you want to give 50, or instead of weekly you want to do it monthly, you have those options there to make any changes that you have to those recurring gifts. And so um, you can also have the option of adding payment accounts. So actually, when I saved before the information, it actually saved my credit card and not my bank information. But here you can go and say add a bank account or add another credit card, and this will save to your payment methods menu here. And so just know that all your information is protected, and this service is managed by our partner, Our Sunday Visitor, and so they're the ones who manage our online giving. And so they've been doing this for a long time, so they have all the necessary um, securities around protecting people's financial information and obviously personal information. And so you can rest assured that your information is safe. You can also go in here, view my giving history and tax information. Here it'll just give you a summary of all the gifts that have gone through throughout the year, and so and you can print that out and have that information. Just know that once we get to January, the parish office does generate a tax letter for you, and you'll get that in the mail stating the total amount of your gifts for the year. And so that's essentially it for this online giving. I'm going to sign out here because I want to show you one more thing. If by any chance you don't want to go through the trouble of creating a new account, or you don't want to have an account saved on this platform, you can give one-time gifts, however, and you can do a quick give, which you see here at the top. It says quick give. You can click on that. And then what it'll do is that it'll say you'll have to enter your information. So again, it's your first name, last name, email address twice, your phone number if you like. Just remember that it's the everything with a red asterisk is what's required. And so you go there and you're able to enter that information. Here you'll enter your if it's either a bank account or a credit card. And so depending on what the funding source will be, if it's a credit card, it'll give you this dialog here. If it's a bank account, it'll give you this dialog here. And as it shows you this check image, routing number and account number would go in this field. And then you would enter your address, city, zip code, and then the only account that's available right now for QuickGive is our weekly collection account, and so that's already there by default. And then here you would just enter the amount that you want to give, and once you've entered all the information, you click on "I'm not a robot," and you hit the submit button. It'll send it off, and you'll get an email copy of your receipt. It'll be sent directly to your email account. And so that's another way to do Quick Give through our online giving platform. And so we hope that this tutorial has helped. And if you have any questions, we're always available. You can call us at the parish office, 310-821-5058. Again, that's 310-821-5058. And I said we're always available. That's not true. We are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 12 p.m. and from 1 to 5 p.m. You can also send us an email at info@stmarkvenice.com, and that's info, I-N-F-O, at stmarkvenice.com. And you can reach us there if you have any questions or issues with the online giving platform, or just need some further assistance on how to do this. Thank you very much, and thank you for all your donations. Your donations are vital for the sustainability of our parish. And we are really appreciative and thank you. God bless.